So what's the difference between a volunteer at VA and a student volunteer?
I guess all people are young at heart. A student volunteer is between the age of 14 and 18. And I think for our focus for student volunteers is different because one of the things you have to look at is opportunity and scholarship for students. For our student volunteers, if you're a young person who's thinking about what am I going to do for my future, where do I want to go to college, or how do I get serious, all those questions that run through your mind and what I want to do for the summer. Our summer youth program is an absolutely amazing opportunity for you to kind of figure out some things. You'll come into an environment where you get to be around veterans, but not just be around veterans, but to serve veterans, to do bingo with them, to do talks with them, but to be greeters with them. So you could kind of realize that there's some people who've lived a little bit longer than you, kind of ground you in a sense. But the beauty of working or volunteering at the VA as a student, you'll get to be able to see if the hospital or the medical field is an interest of yours, an excellent opportunity for you to come out to see that. We have volunteers around the country, our student programs, and some of them volunteer in different positions. They work in kiosks, they work in pharmacy, they volunteer in pharmacy, they volunteer in the dialysis area. They're greeters. And what it does do in the hospital, if you're in a hospital setting, it lets you see that environment and you can make a decision whether that's what you really want to do. It gives you an opportunity to see hands-on, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? If you're a young person making that decision, and there's nothing like being able to interact with veterans who you can learn from their life. You can hear their stories and realize how good it feels helping someone. Then on top of that, the scholarship, I just can't, what do you say to someone that within the VA system, we have local scholarships and national scholarships between $500 to $30,000 that a student can gain for volunteering. Where do you get that from? I mean, that by volunteering, by serving veterans, that gives back to you and to the veteran. You can get money to go to college, or you can get money for the money that's there, the potential for a student. It's a gold mine. I mean, for a young person wanting to figure life out, I mean, and then volunteer, it looks great on your resume. I mean, I guess as a young person would say, make it make sense. I mean, come on, where do I sign up? I mean, our student programs are absolutely amazing. I definitely would say if I was a young person, if I could go back in time, that's one of the things that I would do. Our students for our Park Award, our awards that we give, the DAV has an award, but even every veteran service organization, they all have awards. I mean, ranging from $500 to $30,000 for you to go to college. Just by volunteering, man, that's amazing. So I think our student programs are absolutely amazing. And what you get from that, the stories and it matures you. I think none of our students who volunteer around the nation can say that I felt like a kid. They'll say that they treated me like I was a part of something, because that's what you are. When you volunteer at VA, you're volunteering, you're giving your time, you're becoming a part of a team, a family, and a mission. And we're not going to babysit you. We're going to want you to be the best version of yourself. We did a study recently and we found out 2 or 3 of the previous secretaries and undersecretary of health have all been previous student volunteers. There's a direct correlation between students volunteering in the VA and them becoming VA employees. It just makes sense. It's just an amazing platform that if you choose to look into it as a student, it's great. I definitely would suggest that.
So as a student, or to become a student volunteer, what is the process? What does that look like?
What you're looking at is basically like being an adult. Well, you're still going to have to go either 2 things. The www.volunteerva.gov and click that button, and then it'll connect you with the CDC office. Or you can go direct with the CDC office and then look at this, ask them about the summer youth program. What you're still going to have to fill an application. There is no background check. But there still is the training and safety and security that we have to do with the students. Most of our students, we typically pair them off in the age, like where we don't like students to be by themselves because of their age. The age group is from 14 to 18. And it's, I would say, volunteering and becoming a volunteer. We kind of did a study. We kind of said like a month. I mean, you can, but I can honestly say, but our student volunteer programs, to get them, they pretty much, they have some criteria. So you really have to really want to be a part of it, because it's serious. We're not a nursery. If you're serious about your life, seriously about becoming something, it's a great place to start.
And so what kind of expectations as a student volunteer can I expect?
Be open to learning. I think that, and to do what you're being asked to do. The people that you're working with, students will be working with adults who specialize in trying to get things done and using the student volunteer to do it. And you have to be open to, hey, guess what? I'm going to be a greeter, and I thought I was going to work in the nursing, but no, I'm going to be a greeter. And what you'll realize is that that's how life works. You have to be open to following directions. If you're that type of person where I don't like taking directions, maybe we're not the right place for you. But if you're open, say, I want to learn, and I'm like a sponge, definitely. That's what you have to be open to learning and being able to follow directions and being able to complete things. I mean, we're an organization that believes in taking care of our veterans and the people we bring on to be a part of our mission. We want them to have that same love and compassion and just, you're doing it for a reason, and take it seriously.
Does the VA track the hours that I spend?
Yes. As a student, if you're a student, we have the CDC. CDC has a portal where we track hours. So those hours that you work, if you worked 100 hours, those 100 hours would be, you'd get a letter or some type of note from us saying that these are the hours that you work. On top of that, you could use that towards applying for scholarships, applying, for whatever other things that you want to do, that those hours could be used. Most colleges entrances, they ask, where did you volunteer? You can use those hours for that. Then on top of that, it's a great story. What did you do for the summer? How did you spend it? There's nothing like being able to tell someone that I worked with heroes. I was able to be a lifeline to people. I learned about a veteran who's a World War II veteran. I learned more about the VA. I learned about the history of America, because every veteran carries history with them, period. And you could say, I got to learn about history, because every veteran has a story, and it's a story worth hearing. That's how I see it.
And so if I'm a young person out there and I'm interested in this program, where's the best place to go to get information?
I would definitely say www.volunteerva.gov, or contact your local CDC office. And I think that begin your journey and just enjoy it. I mean, it's nothing like being young. It really isn't.
Hey everyone, connecting with your benefits is our primary mission, and the SITREP offers more options than ever. Subscribe to our email newsletter, subscribe to our podcast, or subscribe here on YouTube. For details and links, check out the description below.